This is how I make $200 in 2 hours. First, we pass through security at our client's gate.
Morning. I'm headed to... Thank you.
After passing through security, we head to the clients and get set up as fast as we can. Always try to remember time is money, and you don't want to shortcut the actual detail. A couple minutes in, I got a surprise little cute visitor. Just a quick before on the interior, nothing too bad, just a few items and some sand. I'll quickly clear out the personal items from the customer's vehicle, put them in these little bags they had ready. Then I remove all the floor mats and set up for the exterior. Starting with the wheels, I'll coat the entire rims and tires in a pre-soak of alkaline cleaner. We're gonna foam it up and rinse it down. Next, I'm gonna work on the inner barrels of the rim. These wheels were crazy, look at that brush. They were actually so bad I went for it a second time. Next, I swapped to the brush that I used for the faces of the rims and the actual tire. Last but not least, I whipped out the lug nut brush and hit those tiny little spots. And then I repeated this for all the rims. A quick pre-wash mix, chemist mode. This pre-wash is a simple mix of pH balance cleaner and bug enzyme remover. I do my best to cover the whole vehicle in a thick layer of foam, and then we rinse it all off very thoroughly to remove bug guts, bird droppings, anything like that. Typically, it's never too bad with this vehicle because I see this client once a month. After foaming again and soaping up my mitts, I'll begin the hand wash. Now the goal here is to cover every surface inch of the car because the cleaners already should have done most of the work themselves. I'm definitely a big fan of more chemicals over more labor. So after rinsing off all the soap from the wash stage, we'll begin drying the car. Now I actually skipped a step here with the recording where I came through with the air gun and I blew out all the cracks and crevices, lug nuts, things that are hard to reach with a towel. And then I finished off the drying stage with the door jambs. Quick spray on the brush and then I lather the tire and tire shine, and then I do this for all four. Then I pull out the 50-foot vacuum reel and get right to it. First pass on the vacuum, I'm going for about 80% coverage because I'm going to follow it up with the compressor here and all the cracks and crevices. Next, I got to attack this leather because there's a couple stains and smears. And too easy with the Ninja Pad. Hopping back to the vacuum and compressor action, here's a little before and after the driver's section. And voila! Back to chemist mode, I'm mixing up the carpet bomber, about to hit these mats with this action. Blow them off, remove the dirt and the sand. Drill brush agitation because these things are full of it. And I'll blow them a second time. Pause. Then we soak it in cleaner and brush it again. Final blowout just to dry the mat off, and then we're gonna hit it with that sauce. Little air freshener and carpet lines, and bam! So basically wrapping up here for part 4, I'm just gonna start putting everything away back in the setup now. All the chemicals, all the bags of rags, everything else around. I'm gonna put the table up top in the roof rack and I secure it in with the bungee straps. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the Gorilla platform ladder. Now I gotta do 50 feet of manual hose after the automatic reels, but we're done. Or not. I actually walked around and found a couple spots that I could not get out with the wash. I needed to get out with the clay bar, so I went over those really fast. Here's another spot with water spots that wouldn't come out, and there's after. Much better, couldn't let it stay like that. Quick walk around to the finished interior now that I double checked everything. The mats look nice, the leather looks nice, back passenger side looks super clean, no sand left over at all. Time to get paid. I called the client out to check out my work. I let him inspect inside and he looked around outside. He was happy as always. Shook my hand and he let me go. Now I actually only charge $150, but he's a good tipper. If you're still here, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.